Masaito's Rock TV.
Well, here in Japan, I mean, we counted it out. It's going to be, what, 81 shows by the time we're finished. I think we've done like 81 shows in Japan. The Japanese fans have been with us since the very beginning. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we feel such a bond with the Japanese fans, and we keep coming here and showing them that we have that bond with them. Instead of, you know, coming every 10 years, you know, 8 years, 6, you know, something like that. We try to get here as often as possible. And I think it's really kept the bond tight with us and the Japanese fans.
And also, you know, we've grown older, and to watch our fans who we've known for 40 years, watch them
really
grow older.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool deal, you know. And the same ones come backstage for the meet and greets, and these are the devoted fans, and a lot of them go to all 3 shows here in Tokyo, and some are actually traveling to Osaka. So it's just great to know you have such a devoted fan base.
Okay, hold on a second. Carrie, let's turn your phone off.
It is. It's back. It's over there somewhere.
Where's your phone?
I think it's by that that lady. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hand us
What's
that?
happening?
Just turn off
the ringing.
We need to
Just
turn the
ringer
ringer on.
on.
Yeah. We need to.
Carrie.
Okay.
I'm glad it wasn't like.
It was a train
That's the
horn.
other one.
Yeah, it is the other one.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, just to reiterate what the guys said, I mean, it's they have been coming over here and entertaining the people and really, I mean, the music that these guys created, obviously in the early days, and we're still putting new records out, I think really just connects with them, you know, the Japanese people. I mean, they love this kind of music, and we love playing for them. They loved it, you know, in the early days, and it's great to be able to do it every few years, like Jack said, instead of bands that come every decade or so. That really lays the foundation, and they're very receptive, and we love to be here.
And you know, remember back in the day, Jack, just originally, it's like, remember when we first came over, it was so amazing. There was 200 people at Narita Airport to greet us.
Yeah.
And then when we came to the Kyo Plaza,
Yeah.
there was over 1,000 people hanging out
Crazy.
waiting for us.
Crazy.
And we kind of knew then that we struck the right chord with
Yeah.
the Japanese audience.
Yeah.
MTV had just come out, and people were able to put a face to the music. And when we came over, it was just wild and crazy. It was like Beatlemania.
It was
for
wild.
us.
And what was great about it was that we were all so excited about it. You know, we'd come over here and we'd play the show, and then we'd go out on, you know, in the town in Tokyo, and we'd be, I mean, sometimes we'd be out till like 7 a.m. in the morning.
Like Eric.
We'd be running around. So it's really nice to know that now we have someone in our band that still does that, which is
This
Eric,
guy.
which is Eric Levy, who just got back into the hotel around
few hours
7
ago.
a.m. when one of our production people were just kind of leaving the hotel to go have breakfast. So it was very interesting. Eric, what do you think about all that?
That's why I'm drinking tea at the moment.
No, he was just waiting for
Tokyo's
the
a fun
newspaper
town.
to be delivered.
Yeah.
Hey, someone has to carry the standard.
Yeah.
And we have our Eric right
Yeah.
now, baby.
The young guy.
Rock and roll.
The
Rock
young
and
one in
roll.
the
Eric,
band.
come on.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I think it's.
I mean, like, you know, when we first started out and then the parents introduced their kids to our music, that's the same thing that happens back in the U.S. It's the same thing, we're starting to see a new audience, younger audience. You know, I mean, the music kind of changes a little bit here and there, but it still attracts the Japanese audience, the U.S. audience. We're very lucky. You know.
It's fun to have to sit. I mean, to be on stage and playing, and then watching out like a 17 or 18-year-old watching every lick that Brad and Kerry play on the guitar, and you know they're guitar players. Like
Yeah.
they're coming because they've heard the legend of Kerry and the legend of Brad, you know what I mean? So they're coming to the show to see this. And so in a lot of ways, even though we've done this for so long, it's just so great for us inside. It makes us feel so good that we're inspiring, you know, younger cats
people, yeah.
to play, you know, to play hard like we play hard. And you know, party hard like Eric parties hard.
Eric's getting a lot of airtime on this one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Play,
wait, just
love
wait.
playtime. Well,
was your-
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You know, we were able to play 2 nights at Budokan.
That was pretty.
And that was, we looked it up, 86, 5?
86.
Right.
And it was so awesome because everybody knows the Cheap Trick live record. Everybody grew up with it and learned how to play it and remember the Japanese fans screaming all through that record. So when we played our 2 nights at Budokan, for me it was like the defining moment of playing Japan. But you know what? As far as other career moments, wow, we've had a lot of them because we played a lot of great shows. We had one last year, earlier this year.
Yeah, that's right.
We played 2 shows and with Kid Rock, and we had 20,000, 22,000, and we played with the country artist named Brooks and Dunn, and had 20,000 people.
Yeah, that's great.
And those were great moments for 2022.
I also remember when we first came over, and Warner Pioneer, which was the record company at the time, presented us, and we didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
We went to dinner with them, and then they presented us
2
with
gold records.
albums.
2 gold records.
And so
yeah.
we knew that we had kind of seeded,
Yeah.
you know, the Japanese audience, that we were going to be coming back. We're like, oh my God, we're coming back next year, you know,
Yeah,
or
because
whatever, you know. So that was
they gave us the
amazing.
Dawn Patrol and the Midnight Madness
Midnight
record
Madness.
at the same time when we came back. You know, we came for the Midnight Madness tour.
Yeah.
I thought that one of the most memorable moments was when we were in the lobby in Osaka, and we the 3 of us, you and me, and I guess it was Jeff, we walked out of the lobby to leave and walked in, and all of a sudden we saw some fans outside, and all of a sudden the doors flew open, and about 400 fans ran into the lobby and pinned us against the elevator doors. And our manager was down there with us, and the manager of the hotel was standing there like holding people back, and they're like pushing at him, and he's like, "Why you bring them down here? Why'd you bring them? Put them up in their rooms, You know, that was one of the most memorable. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was just, you know, we've got a lot of our great memories actually are from Japan.
Oh, some is the best ever because they're so dedicated and they're
Yeah.
just crazy about us, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little different in the States. You know, fans are fans, but here they're more excited to see us and they tremble. Remember?
Yeah.
You take a picture even now and they tremble. It's like, oh my God, we still have that same influence.
That's
on
Eric
fans.
this morning.
Trembling.
He's still trembling. What do you?
Well played.
We need music, background music. Well, an Eric.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's like, you know,
music.
Guns N' Roses, you know, the Appetite for Destruction. You know what I mean? I mean, what, you know,
It's like
I mean,
the music,
there's
yeah,
certain
it's like-
album, you know, it's just, I think certain albums like lock in with people at the moment in time of their life when they really needed something or really, you know, latched on to something or grabbed onto something. And I think the Dawn Patrol and the Midnight Madness albums for the Japanese fans,
Yeah.
the U.S. fans the same. You know, basically that's sort of like it lets everyone just go back to that moment in time
Yeah.
when things were maybe simpler and easier and all that kind of stuff.
And you got to realize the start of the 80s were the decade, that was the decade of decadence, you know. I mean, things were over the top then.
Yeah.
Of course, we all grew up with, you know, late 60s and 70s music because that's where we all learned our trade and the best music ever. But when the 80s came around, you know, we were lucky to fit in and kind of pop into the Def Leppards and the Journeys and the Motley Crues and all those bands. And because of that, they created this whole excitement throughout the 80s. And when we released our first 2 records, we were right on the start of that, late 1982, to be involved with that great decade.
MTV,
But
you know, just started.
and
to
every
be-
album, every band has their. I mean, you know, like Fleetwood Mac Rumors. You know, I mean,
Best
every-
ever.
Yeah, I mean,
1975.
yeah, every band. You know, I mean, every band's got, you know, their seminal album, and I mean, we're fortunate that we have 2 of them. You know, Dawn Patrol, Midnight Madness. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth.
No, I had a nasty fall at my home a year and a half ago, and it was sore, and I wasn't sure what it was because it didn't heal. And then at one point I was moving it, and I thought there's something wrong. So I went to the doctor, and I had 1 ripped tendon and 1 partial tear in another tendon, which I needed rotator cuff surgery. So that was kind of nasty on its own. The healing took a while, but I'm fine now, and I love to swim. I swim every day. Luckily, the hotel here has a great pool, and I've been swimming. But I kind of overdid it a couple days ago, and I felt it. But I'm okay. I'm okay.
So you got to tell them
What really happened?
how you hurt. Come on, it'll be awesome. Tell them the story. You want
What
me to tell 'em?
story?
Tell them the
Trying to
story.
save
You were
the
saving
guitar.
that 54 strap in your. Tell them the
The
story.
real story.
Yeah, tell them
You-
the real story.
No
They'll
one
love
knows
that.
the real story, Jack.
Oh, they don't.
No.
The shower one. Wait, what?
Oh, it's the shower. Oh, you fell in the shower.
Oh no, that's another story. Dude, that has nothing to do with my arm.
But he did.
Yeah. I fell. Actually, may the truth be told.
Here
I
you
was-
go. This is the first time on camera.
These guys don't even know this. I was drunk on wine. Very drunk on wine at home. And I tripped over myself and I saved the wine
Yeah.
and landed on my arm and pulled it because I didn't want wine all over my carpet. Now I told everybody else that I had my old guitar
Oh my
and I tripped
God.
over a guitar chord, but I was blitzed on wine. So
Oh my God.
the truth be told, and I really don't drink wine much anymore.
All
Let's have a hand
that
for
was
Brad.
Good. Brad Gillis.
Yeah. And the Truth Police.
Got that?
That's gonna be
Only
like-
on Masa Ito's show does the truth finally come out.
Got that monkey off my back.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank God.
They're like, hi, my name is Brad Gillis. Hi, Brad.
Yeah.
Can we take wine off the rider?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is Jack Blades. We're so glad to be back in Japan. Again, this is going to be our 81st show. 81 shows we played with you over 40 years. Happy 40th anniversary to the Night Ranger Japanese fans.
Yes.
Too. All right.